Welcome out, fellow Toastmasters. I appreciate you all coming out and participating with us this morning. This morning our meeting will be conducted by Russell Farmer, who will be our Toastmaster. Russell Farmer.
Russ the Wiser. Yes, Russ the Wiser. Great. Well, thank you all. It's going to be an interesting meeting today, given the topic and given the sneak preview of the speakers. Looking at the theme, give me liberty or give me death, and then in parentheses, patriotism. Got to thinking about what is patriotism. Oftentimes I like to have an understanding of the definition of words before I start using them extensively or inappropriately in most cases. So I took a look at different definitions. A person is a patriot, a person who vigorously supports their country and is prepared to defend it against enemies or distractors. And that kind of strongly suggests maybe even a military component, and that military personnel would typically fall into that definition of patriot if they're supporting their country and prepared to defend it against enemies. That came off of an unidentified website. Looking at another definition from Merriam-Webster, a person who loves and strongly supports or fights for his or her country. So both of them focus in on country. One of them infuses more of a love of country. A more interesting definition from dictionary.com, however, this has some political spin potentially to it. A person who regards himself or herself as a defender, especially of individual rights against presumed interference by the federal government. That's a little ways off of love of country, but it's yes. So you start digging a little bit deeper into this. There's a lot of questions really come to mind. One of the questions I had was, what is the definition of country? If we have a love of country, if we're prepared to defend our country, what is this? Is it all the land and the mountains and the lakes? How about the people? Is that part of the country? And how does country relate to government? Are they mutually exclusive, or does government define country? And can you love your country and defend your country and hate your government? Can you be a patriot and love your country but hate New York? And if you are a person who is prepared to give their life to defend their country, how do you explain patriotism as it relates to the 600,000 Americans that gave their life in the Civil War? Were they both patriots? Were they all patriots? Did they all have a love of country? Was it the same country? Was it a different country? Depends on who you talk to. As you boil down in terms of looking at what is country, what is the essence of this country that we call the United States of America? It seems to me like the Declaration hit it right on the head. The essence of unalienable rights, that being life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And that our responsibility as patriots is to continue to protect and defend that concept as it relates to this country. Because other countries, when you talk about people from Great Britain, are they patriots? Because long live the Queen. The Queen is the ruler. The Queen, everybody's allegiance to the Queen. Are they patriots for their love of country, or do they idolize the Queen? And how about the Fuhrland in Germany? Were they patriots, or were they afraid of their government? And their government defined who their country was. I'm awed by the uniqueness of the launch of this country, the Declaration of Independence, what it really implies and what it really means as it relates to patriotism. There's a couple of us in the room here that took an oath, put our lives on the line for this country, to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. I took that oath before I'd ever read the Constitution, didn't know what it was. As I reflect on it now, I see the incredible importance of that oath and what it represented and what it means to put your life on the line for something you truly believe in and are willing to die for if necessary. Are we patriots today? I'll leave you with that question. Thank you.